The Ireland AM Christmas Gift Show, brought to you by Jervis Shopping Centre.
Buying gadgets this Christmas can be a little bit tricky if you're a bit of a technophobe, but luckily our gadget guru Colin Baker is on hand this morning at the Jervis Shopping Centre to give us some great Christmas gift ideas. Good morning to you.
Good morning. You're anything but a technophobe. I like to think of you as a geek, a fellow geek.
Well, I'm a fellow geek, but not necessarily in the techie sense.
In a more fashionable kind of way.
A fashionable geek, thank you for that. What have we got here today?
Okay, well, the first one is kind of one of my favourites. I don't know how people use smartphones without cases. I see a lot of broken smartphones. A case is mandatory with an expensive device like this, but this is one with a difference, and I do love these. They're charge cases, and they're €55 from a shop downstairs called Apple and Berries, I think they're called.
What a great idea.
Nice little neat place. Basically, as you run out and dwindle out of power, we've all been there at 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, you press this button down here, and it's actually charging your phone from the case. The nice thing about that is they charge at the same time. So you charge your phone at night as usual, and both the case and the phone is charging.
But
as you dwindle, hit it, it's charging now.
Because if you had to go and charge the case separately, that would be kind of...
Well, the thing about having your phone at 6, charging it maybe in the car or whatever, or over at the wall, you're without your phone. So a charge case
God forbid,
like that,
we might have to talk to each other.
God forbid, exactly.
So that has, what's the price point on that, Colin?
These are €55
Great,
in that place.
what a great idea.
Nice.
Next up now, we have the Sony Xperia. Tell us about that.
I always marvel at how they're capable of making a smartphone. Obviously the iPhones and some of the Samsungs are quite pricey, but this is €69 in Tesco. It's on Tesco Mobile, which is quite good value in itself as a price plan.
Yeah.
It's ready to go kind of thing, pay as you go. And it's all the same features as your iPhone or your larger phones. Camera's not as good, doesn't have a front-facing camera. Battery life isn't as good. The screen isn't as bright.
But for that price point, you're able to make phone calls.
If I had a lower, if I was being sensible, this is the type of phone I'd probably buy.
Exactly. Now, talk to me about the selfie stick. I saw you having great fun with this all morning.
I'm really surprised at this. It's first of all, selfie stick. I love that. It says what it does. It takes selfies and it's a stick.
How would you wrap that?
So that's when it folds down. It's like an area.
Okay.
So we can fold it down like that.
So it could still be a bit of a surprise as opposed to what did you get me?
Exactly. Yeah. Or it might look like some sort of chain.
So this is for all the selfie lovers out there, those of us who are very fond of taking photos of ourselves.
First of all, it works with any smartphone pretty much. And then we just go pop into the camera.
Yeah.
We've got now, did you know, by the way, you look much better from above? I look fantastic from above.
Just me personally or everyone?
Down low. No, everybody. So here we go.
So here's our selfie.
And you can put it far away like that instead of it being right on top of you. And you can press this button here.
So
and it captures.
I love it.
So this actually replicates the volume button on your phone, which of course is your snapper button.
This is for the generation who wish they had longer arms, and at the price point of €20, you may not be using it all the time, but it is good fun.
For €20, even if you got a week of good fun out of it, I think it'd be worth it.
I love it, the selfie stick. They think of everything. Now talk to us about the Argos Reds multi-tool.
Look, I think, this is for a particular group of people of which I am a member, okay? I've always loved taking things apart. I like DIY. I like fixing things, and I always have done. And this is exactly what you need, and more people should have these around. It has every tool you need on it. It's actually, you can pay hundreds for these things.
Okay, stop waving it in my direction. I'm getting nervous here.
For dramatic effect.
So
these are only
$17.99,
and quite generally, it's hard to tell there, but it's really well put together for the money.
I love it. Well, I'm not going to probably get one for myself.
Probably won't,
but I would love to buy it for my other half.
And it looks like more than $17.99.
Something I do want for myself is the car vacuum.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your car like? Are you one of those girls?
I have two small children, so the car's
okay, so it's not your fault. It's the kids.
I'm blaming them.
Yes, I blame them.
Even when they're not in the car.
I particularly like keeping my car clean and tidy, and as kind of humdrum as that is, it's a vacuum cleaner for your car. It plugs in. It's €23.
I think you're getting old.
Practical.
You're getting old, Colin, when you get excited. Like if I got that on Christmas morning, I'd genuinely be really happy.
I'm kind of ashamed, and again, I shouldn't probably be saying this to
camera. And this plugs into every car.
I'm getting old. Every car, into the normal.
Because I said to you, I didn't have a cigarette lighter, and you said,
but you do have a charge port somewhere. Look under the little thing in the middle or whatever.
Okay.
They all have them.
Okay, great idea.
Cheap,
lovely gift
decent,
idea.
Practical.
And that's part of the 3 for 2 as well. Gifted ideas.
Exactly.
It's great. Tell us what we have from the watch store.
Watches are always popular at Christmas. I'm a bit of a collector of gadgety watches, and I've always liked the G Shock watches. They're very distinctive looking. supposedly they say apparently they say this, I'm a sporty, athletic kind of a guy. So I kind of like that effect, the G Shock effect. They're obviously very robust. They're good for timing and stopwatches.
I love it.
I am, don't we all? But it also has a feature that we haven't seen before. It has a Bluetooth link to your smartphone, and it gives you direct control and visibility on this screen. So in other words, say you're listening to music while you're jogging or whatever, and instead of taking out your phone to change the music or see what's coming up next, you can do that all through the watch.
That's a
wirelessly.
quirky little attribute.
So it is a quirky little thing, and of course because it's a G Shock, it's shockproof, waterproof, etc. €210, which actually for a decent watch isn't that
That's pretty
bad.
good.
So
I'm
again,
not
it's
sure I'd
fairly
ever be
good
jogging
value.
that quickly that I couldn't take my phone out to change the music.
Or
that
that maybe you absolutely need it to be ultra bulletproof as well, unless you're like Wonder Woman
This
deflecting.
is true. Not just yet. Next year,
guns.
2015, we'll see great things. Colin, such a great amount of gifts here. I think my favourite has to be the selfie stick for pure fun.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? I was down in Carphone Warehouse. They're in PC World downstairs, and they've got Apple guys there, so they actually know exactly what they're talking
I think
about.
that is brilliant, and I love the phone recharger as well. Can't go wrong with one of them.
Absolutely.
Pleasure as always. Thank you so much to Colin
fun.
Baker.
The Ireland AM Christmas Gift Show, brought to you by Jervis Shopping Centre.